Hello everybody, Joe Clone here, back again with another LEGO Marvel new set review video. In today's video, I will be reviewing the new, released on April 1st, Iron Man's Laboratory Hall of Armor set. I'm pretty sure this is either the 4th or 5th Hall of Armor set that LEGO's ever made. Some people complain about it. The price is a little high, but in my opinion, someone who's sort of collecting Iron Man minifigures, I needed more stalls for more of my Iron Man suit minifigures, so I'm happy to have this set. It comes with a couple, I think a couple exclusive minifigures. Technically, Pepper Potts is new because of the hairpiece, and it comes with a Igor build. But without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, we're gonna get right into the builds here, starting off with, I guess, like I'd call them side builds, but like it's sort of just all supposed to be a part of the Hall of Armor, but whatever. The first little side build here is this, I guess it's like a arc reactor scanning like machine. You sort of just move this slide up and down, and as you can see, the sticker sort of just like flickers, and I actually think that's pretty cool. And some other people have said this in other reviews of this set. I sort of wish that they just added another stall instead of this, because that's really all it does. But I mean, I guess it's a cool little side build. Moving on, we have another main stage here, and I actually use one of the Hall of Armor sort of main stages for my minifigure reviews, which you'll see in this video very shortly. But I actually like this one because I like the arms. They're very posable. They're on these ball joints and on these Technic pins down here, so they can move side to side. They can move honestly any direction, sort of like as we see in the Iron Man films. They also move to the side like that, up and down, so you could really just pose them up like they're really working on the suit. I like how the stairs are built there. It's just a nice little main stage area. You could just use this just to display one minifigure if you want, like put it on a desk or something. A little sticker in the back right there. It's just a pretty solid build. I guess I'll put a minifigure, the best minifigure from the set, on the stand just to show you. Just very, very cool. And then we get to sort of the main builds, which are the stalls, which I have been dying for, because I've ran out of them in my Hall of Armor. They're basically built in the same sort of structure as all of them, and they could connect up to all of the other previous Hall of Armor stall builds, which I love that, because imagine if we couldn't connect them all, it would just be a giant mess. But with that being said, they're still a little different, and I'm actually gonna combine this obviously to my Hall of Armor, so we'll just get to see like how each of the stalls are built differently. But as you can see, they're all connected there. We got some stickers on the back there, one for the mark, I think 46 right here. As we can see right there, that's from Civil War. We have one for the Mark 6, which the minifigure's right here, and on this side we have one for the, I think this is the 43, this minifigure right here, but still just very cool. I love how they look, and I can't wait to add them to the Hall of Armor. But with that being said, let's move on to the next build. Alright, and the next and final build we have in the review here is this newly built Igor. Now, I don't know how to really feel about him. I didn't like him from seeing him in early reviews from other content creators, but he's sort of grown on me, but there's still some things that I just don't like that I think the previous version did better, and I actually made a custom built Igor myself, so I'll be comparing the two also in a separate video. But I like the size. Igor has always just been one of my favorite Iron Man suits, just because he's like the bridge between a normal suit and a Hulkbuster. Like, he's not as big as the Hulkbuster, but he's not as small as like a normal suit. So I like the size here, and if I put a minifigure right here, like, I mean, yes, he's big, but he's not Hulkbuster big. So I do. I like the size that we have here. My custom built version is way bigger, but if we just look at him closely here, the one thing I hate is the feet. They're just way too small. I feel like they're on backwards. Like, he should just have bigger feet. I don't like how they did that. But it's all good. I might honestly make a new custom version, just combining elements of both of them. But the nice thing about the feet is they're on ball joints. We have knee articulation, hip articulation, very, very nice. Some stickers on the sort of knees right there, very, very nice. Then we get to the arms. They're built on the newer mech style arms, as we can see here. So we have no elbow articulation, but we have it at the shoulders right there. And we have it on the hands could open up as well, which are very nice. I don't know if I like the new fingers more than the old ones, but they're sort of growing on me. I don't know. I like what they really did with the arm, though. They really tiled it off. It looks nice and smooth. There's no really exposed studs, as we can see here. This is one part I do love that they didn't include in the first one. I love the sort of wrist gauntlets that he has there, because he has those in the movies, too. So I love that that was included there. The other arm, exactly identical as the one I just showed you. Up top, we have sort of the brace that he could hold things with. In my custom version, I made a play feature where the the spine sort of brace comes out, but go check that video out on my channel if you want. That was a long time ago, but I like how they use these pieces here because it looks exactly how it looks in the movie. Here we go. This is the part I don't know if I like or if I don't like, is the face. I like that it's printed, but I don't know, just from some angles it just looks weird to me. Like, look at that, like, it just looks strange to me. But it is like, but then when you're looking at it straight on, it does look nice. I don't know. I really don't know if I like it or not. Even during this review video, I'm struggling to see if I like it or not. I love that it's printed on, though. And then I think this is the biggest improvement, opening it up. As you can see, another sticker right there, but opening it up, it's very smooth to open it up, and you just put a Iron Man minifigure on there like so. Close it on up, and I must say that it does a way better job than the original version in concealing the minifigure. You could still see him, obviously, but it's just way better, way more snug, way more fit. And yeah, that is Igor. Sort of mixed on him, but I love that they included him in the set. Kicked my stand for a second, sorry about that, but with that being said, now let's move on to the minifigures. Okay, the first minifigure we're gonna go over is definitely the most boring minifigure of the set. Again, I wish, like, for the price, I wish they would have just added another Iron Man armor, or maybe, like, I don't know, Agent Coulson, someone else. Like, it's just another Pepper Potts minifigure that we've been getting for a long time, except her hair is different, so I guess that's something. But yeah, definitely the worst minifigure of the set. Let's move on to more exciting stuff. Alright, the next minifigure is the Iron Man Mark 43 armor. Pretty common nowadays. It's been in a bunch of the past wave sets, but I still like it. I use most of them for custom Iron Man minifigures and just other characters, so he's honestly the only one I have, so I'm just glad to have just a fully complete official Mark 43. But great printing on the legs, toes, hips, chest. I love the helmet print on this one. It might be the best, just straight up red and gold Iron Man minifigure in that new style helmet print. It just looks so good. Got some nice printing on the back, as we can see there, and the face underneath is just the same Tony Stark head we've been getting for a while now. We have the classic, and then the HUD face right there. Not gonna complain, it's just nice to get that. And yeah, that is the Mark 43. Now let's move on to the next minifigure. And up next we have the Mark 6. This is a special Iron Man minifigure to me, the Mark 6, because that was the first Iron Man minifigure I ever had, was the original Mark 6 in the original Lego Marvel 2012 wave of sets. So it's just so cool to have a newer, updated version. The printing on the torso is immaculate. I actually have a version of it from Avengers Tower, but it's damaged, so it's just nice to have a clean version here. But torso print, immaculate. The leg printing is so nice. Toe printing, hip printing, fantastic. Printing on the back, nice as well. And underneath, we actually have one of those like drone like heads, so pretty cool. But it's just so nice to have a new, updated, undamaged Mark 6 in my collection. But let's move on to the next minifigure. Alright, up next, we have Aldrich Killian, which is nice to actually get like a non-vampire looking version of him. The original Killian minifigure was just so strange looking, but I think they made that minifigure before the movie came out, so I'm not going to hold him to that. But he looks very nice here. Wish they used like a more exclusive head that's like an Icarus like face that they use, the same one, but I'm not going to complain about it. Torso is nice. We get sort of the extremis effect on his body there, and he comes with these like flame pieces, so very cool to have him like exactly how he looks in the movies. I think the hairpiece is used on young Han Solo, so that's not exclusive either. There's the other side right there smiling, but yeah, a cool new villain minifigure to get. Can't hate on getting new villain minifigures, so very nice. But now let's move on to the best minifigure of the set. And the standout minifigure, we have the Iron Patriot Mark 1 from the movies. I believe Lego only made one Iron Patriot ever. It was in a poly bag. I don't remember the year. That minifigure is highly expensive now. Don't know if it's gonna go up or down, the price on that minifigure, but this new one is so awesome. The printing on the helmet is easily the best printing ever on this new style of Iron Man helmets. It is just immaculate. Look at that, the lines, the different segments, the silvers, the grays, the reds. It's just amazing. Like, they did such a good job with this minifigure. The torso print is awesome as well, super detailed. Hip printing, leg printing, toe printing, fantastic. This minifigure is just a standout. This one will probably be worth a lot in the future, because I don't know how many sets they're going to put this Iron Patriot minifigure in. The back printing is fantastic as well. And underneath we get the roadie head we've been getting for a while now. I'm actually going to make this Iron Patriot comic book Iron Patriot, because Osborn is the one who originally wore the Iron Patriot armor in the comics, never Rhodey. It was when Osborn takes over. So that's what I'm going to make this minifigure. That's why I didn't put the stupid stud shooter on it, but this minifigure is a standout. It is so awesome. So happy to finally have an Iron Patriot in my collection. It is just so great. That's the end of the review, so let's go to the final lineup. And there it all is. Definitely a cool set. Don't know if it's worth like the $55, but definitely is cool. I definitely would recommend getting it. Maybe not for the full price, because it will definitely go on sale, but definitely a cool set. Iron Patriot minifigure is so worth it to have. But as you know, just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe, and I thank you for joining me on the journey. That was a new LEGO Marvel set review. I will see you in the next one, and peace.